My child, my light. You have no idea what just happened while you were sleeping. Even the 7 archangels stand still, quiet and amazed, because you don't yet realize what took place last night. The heavens shook, the earth seemed to pause, and your name, your very name, was carried through the halls of eternity. Yet you didn't know, for no one told you until this very moment. God says, "Wake up, chosen one. Time is moving quickly and your moment is slipping through your hands. Hurry, before it is gone." A secret gathering happened in heaven, and do you know who they spoke of? You, your life, your calling, your miracle that has already been released, waiting only for you to notice. They called your name with fire, Michael cried it out 7 times, Gabriel whispered it with tears in his eyes, Raphael pressed his hand against his chest and pleaded, "She does not yet know." Tell her, tell him, let them see before this blessing returns back into the skies. Your time is shorter than you think. That is why you're reading these words now. God even held back another person's miracle, delaying it just to give you one more chance to listen, because He has not stopped believing in you even when you stopped believing in yourself. But hear me clearly, if you ignore this once more, if you walk away again without understanding the weight of last night, heaven will close that door, not harshly but completely. And the miracle that was written for you will pass into someone else's testimony. Beloved, you've been tired beyond words. You've cried behind a smile. You've given strength to others when you had none left for yourself. And still you prayed. Quietly you whispered, "God, if I matter to anyone, please show me." This is that moment. This is your answer. This is not random. This message itself is the sign. It isn't just words on a screen, it is a holy alert, an urgent download carrying truth you didn't expect. Because someone lied to you. Someone kept something hidden last night. And the 7 archangels witnessed it all. Do you feel it now, that stir in your chest, that wave of chills? That's heaven's voice saying, "Don't turn away this time." God's tone trembles, not from anger but because He knows the enemy is working hard to distract you at this very second. So pause. Take this in. If you read to the end, I promise something in your life will open. If you stay with it, if you dare to believe, if you open your heart fully, heaven will not leave you the same. Even now, Archangel Michael is waiting, holding the glowing scroll where the truth is written. That truth reveals what really happened last night, who was involved, why it matters, and how your destiny almost slipped away. But here is the part you weren't supposed to discover, the person you've been thinking about lately, they already know. Last night they were shown in a dream. They woke shaking, sweating, searching because they saw what was about to happen to you. But they didn't tell you. They kept quiet. Because someone warned them not to. Someone is blocking the flow of truth around you, spiritually, physically because they benefit from your delay. And God says, no more. That's why this message came. It's a divine interruption breaking through the noise of your life to stop you, to grab your attention, to tell you that there is still time, but not much. My beloved, let me ask you, what if tonight is the deadline? What if that ache in your heart was the sign? What if this very message is your protection? The hourglass has not finished, but sand is running low. You have always been spiritually sensitive. You've carried a weight that others could not even see. And the reason is this: you are the cycle breaker. You are the one your ancestors prayed for. You are the one the enemy fears most. That's why they tried to blindfold you spiritually last night. But it failed. Because even with everything against you, you still showed up. You opened this message. And now you stand only minutes away from the full truth. Before the secret is revealed, before the name is spoken and the lie exposed, receive this invitation from God Himself. God says, "Shining One, if you are still here, it means heaven is breathing over your life. Don't turn away now. Understand this, your soul's stirring last night wasn't just a restless dream. It was a spiritual emergency. In the unseen realm, you were being called into a heavenly court. Your name was discussed. The enemy stood in the shadows, arguing against your destiny. He pointed at your flaws. He tried to claim you didn't deserve the miracle. But Michael stood taller, lifting his sword of light. Gabriel stepped forward, declaring your name with hope. Raphael spoke with compassion, saying, "Give them time. They don't know yet." And God overruled the enemy. Heaven chose mercy. Heaven chose you. This is why you feel the pull right now, why your heart is pounding, why you sense something bigger is happening. Because you are not at the edge of an ending, you are at the threshold of a beginning. And what the enemy tried to steal, God is restoring. But this requires your yes. Your faith. Your courage to act while the door is still open. Do not let fear win. Do not let delay rob you again. Heaven has paused for you. The angels are waiting. And your miracle is still here. Take a breath, beloved. Lift your eyes. This is not a coincidence. This is the call you've been praying to hear. And before I close, I will leave you with this, an opening for you to step into agreement with heaven. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $100. He listed your delays. He tried to present you as someone that could be replaced. But Archangel Michael rose, and with a voice so strong it cracked through every shadow, he declared, "Not this one. This one carries fire. This one is still chosen. And even if they have forgotten who they are, I have not. My child, this is where the pain cuts deep. The one you trusted most was present during this holy moment. They were shown something, given a whisper, a chance to step forward, but they froze. Their fear was louder than their loyalty to your soul. You still don't know what they saw. You don't yet know what God revealed to them about you. They are hiding it, pretending nothing happened. But heaven saw. The archangels saw. And now you must see it too. This is why you felt strange all day. Why your spirit carried an ache. Because somewhere inside you sensed that something heavy had brushed against your life in the night. Let me tell you clearly what happened. At exactly 3:13 a.m., your name was lifted from the book of delay. That record in heaven which carried every lost chance, every broken bond, every financial storm, it was erased. Why? Because someone you love in heaven stood before the throne and interceded for you. They pleaded for one more chance for you to know the truth. And that is why you are here, breathing in these words, realizing this is not just a message, it is a mirror. And here is the truth, the person who claimed to support you, the one who smiled while you suffered, the one who sent sweet words and messages, they are hiding the prophecy. They saw what is coming to you. They know the timeline of your blessing. And they keep it from you because they know that if you prepare, nothing will be able to stop what's on the way. But what they do not understand is that God cannot be stopped. What He has for you is already wrapped in golden light and being carried by the 7 archangels into your life. Do you remember the voice in your dream saying, "Don't forget who you are"? That wasn't just imagination. That was the Spirit of God shaking you awake. Because your next chapter does not begin with a simple breakthrough, it begins with revelation. You are not confused. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are exactly where heaven's time has placed you. But hear this, if you delay again, the door you've been praying to open may shift away. Archangel Michael is pacing, waiting for your spirit to say, "Yes, I'm ready. Show me." The moment you agree, your eyes will see, your ears will hear, and the vision will be clear. But I must warn you, once you know, you cannot unknow. Once the truth is unmasked, once the name of the one who caused last night's storm is spoken, you will have to choose, remain blind and safe, or see fully and rise higher. And you already know which choice heaven longs for you to make. Now let me whisper this with care, because even writing it brings tears to the angels. There was an attempt on your energy last night. Yes, my beloved, a spiritual attempt to weaken you. Not with direct pain but through deception, through distraction, through someone who dressed themselves as comfort yet drained your purpose quietly. Here's the shocking part, they were not always this way. They were sent once to love you. But jealousy crept in, comparison poisoned their soul. And now they have become the very blockage that heaven is determined to remove. Ask yourself, why do they avoid you since your energy shifted? Why do they panic when you speak of faith or prophecy? Why do they try to make you shrink when you finally begin to shine again? Because they saw. They saw the scroll. They saw your crown. They saw your name glowing brighter than theirs. And instead of celebrating, they chose to hide. They prayed against your timing. They whispered in the wrong ears. They smiled in your presence but plotted in secret. Archangel Michael says, this can no longer remain hidden. This moment is holy. This truth must be spoken. And if you are still here, it means your soul has already answered yes. Now let us go even deeper into what heaven is preparing. Because in the next 7 days, something is about to unfold that will leave you breathless. You are receiving this message first because heaven has called you the forerunner, the one who breaks the chain, the one who walks through the fire and still lifts up praise, the one who carries light even in the middle of darkness. Yes, you. Come closer now, beloved. Let me take your hand and walk you into what the world has never shown you but what heaven has always held ready. The miracle you've been waiting for, the change you've prayed for, it isn't in the far distance, it is already here. The reason you haven't seen it yet is because your eyes were covered by last night's lies. Which lies? The lie that you aren't ready. The lie that you aren't enough. The lie that came in the voice of someone you trusted most. The lie that made you shrink just when your light was ready to expand. Do you want to know where it started? A familiar spirit. A close one moved by jealousy whispered words that wounded your momentum. They didn't raise their voice, they whispered. But heaven heard. Heaven saw. And while you slept, the 7 archangels circled your spirit and poured golden covering over your name. You were marked, protected, sealed for restoration. But it only activates if you let these words open your heart. And now I must say something rare, something only those marked by God ever hear so clearly. Your story is not like others. Your path cannot be compared. Because your pain has been heavier, your battles unseen, but your destiny is divine beyond anything human minds can imagine. The enemy knew this truth. That is why your childhood was attacked, why relationships crumbled just as they began to feel safe, and why every time something good started something else rose up to ruin it. But listen carefully, God says, no more. Heaven itself is rising now. The war that has circled your life is coming to a pause because God has stepped directly into your timeline. And when he arrived, he whispered one thing: give them one more message. One they cannot ignore. One they will feel in their very bones. That is why your heart is racing right now, that is why your chest feels heavy, why you sense this isn't just a message but a doorway, because it is. And now you face a choice: walk through it and receive, or scroll past and delay your breakthrough yet again. My beloved, I will not allow you to go blind again. So hear what I saw in the Spirit just moments ago. A divine letter was written with your name and sealed in heaven last night. Inside it are the details of your next 90 days. Within it are the names of 3 people who will cross your path, one from your past, one tied to your calling, and one secretly sent to derail you. But this letter will never open unless you are spiritually awake, unless you whisper, God, show me what I was not allowed to see before. And when you do, signs will come swiftly, repeated numbers, dreams that feel like déjà vu, sudden warmth in your palms, unexpected messages, even an urge to cut ties with someone who no longer belongs. An unasked for gift may arrive. These are not accidents. They are alignments, angelic movements pointing you to truth. You are about to enter the greatest shift of your life. Yet there is still more you must hear. Because last night while you slept, your destiny was under negotiation. Someone close to you stood in silent defiance. They did not want you to receive what heaven had already released. So they made a pact with a force that was not from God. But Archangel Michael broke through. He rushed in like wind, wings shaking the skies, and thundered, "No pact formed against this one shall stand. This one belongs to the light." And at that command, your future was rescued just in time. The plan was not to end your life but to confuse it. To bury your identity beneath busyness, distraction, and lies so your miracle would expire unopened. And here is the hardest part: the very person who was meant to love you nearly betrayed your birthright. Almost, but not completely. Because heaven intervened. Because someone who loves you in heaven cried out with tears, "Please, not yet. Let them see the truth first." And that is why this message has reached you today. You are not insane. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are in the middle of a war your soul was born to win. And now victory breathes at your doorstep. Will you open the door, beloved? Because if you do, the 7 archangels stand ready to release the miracle that was delayed by deception. Yet before they move, I must ask, do you want the full truth even if it hurts, even if it calls you to walk away from what feels safe? Because if your answer is yes, then the rest of this message will not just shake you, it will awaken you. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe deeply. Let the noise fall away. Because what comes next is the truth heaven has shielded until now. The reason last night felt so heavy, so restless, is because a spiritual verdict was nearly passed over your life. A final decision was about to be sealed. But because one voice cried louder than the rest, your name was pulled back from the edge. That voice belongs to someone you dearly miss. Someone who left the earth but not your side. They watched your tears this week, saw the heartbreak you hid behind smiles, saw how weary you are of pretending. And they whispered to God, "Please, one more chance. Just one more message. If they read it, they'll remember who they are." And now here you are reading. Here it is, the truth you need before it's too late. You are in spiritual danger, not because you've done wrong but because you are about to do right. Your breakthrough is dangerously close. Your light is shining too brightly. And the powers that once held grip over you are losing it. So they've sent confusion. They've sent doubt. They've sent fear. They've sent people who pretend to care only to watch you closely. Haven't you noticed the sudden check-ins from people who were silent for months? Haven't you seen those who suddenly want to catch up? It's not random. They sense the shift. They don't know why they are drawn to you again, but their spirit feels the weight and holiness circling your name. This is your calling. It is finally catching up with you. And heaven will not allow you to stumble blind into it. Archangel Michael says this: tell them the vision is ready. Tell them provision is moving. Tell them the one they believe is safe is not. Tell them the one they doubt is silently praying. Tell them to choose wisely now, for there will be no more delay. Beloved, are you listening? Because within the next 72 hours something will come that shakes you. It may be a name, a confession, or a sudden message, but whatever it is, it will confirm this was real. Your miracle is already on the way. The only question left is this: when it knocks, will your spirit be home to answer? When it arrives, will your heart be open enough to receive? Because heaven will never force itself on you, it waits for your yes. But oh, it's so close. Closer than your next breath. I must tell you this now: a spiritual replacement is unfolding. Someone who didn't honor your presence is being moved out, while someone who truly sees your soul is being brought in. This is why the energy around you has felt unfamiliar, tense even. Some people don't know whether to hold you or push you away because they sense your elevation. And elevation makes uncomfortable those who only loved the version of you that was broken. Now hear this truth from the divine. You are not behind. You are not cursed. You are not beyond repair. You are simply in the waiting room of your next miracle, but the door is opening. And this message is the gentle knock at your door. God says, you do not need to prove anything. You only need to believe it's real. Because the moment your spirit accepts it, your life begins to reflect it. Stay alert these next few days. Last night was not just a test, it was a reveal. Someone showed their true nature. Someone moved in secret. Someone spoke your name with intention. But God heard it. And now you must be protected. Archangel Michael was assigned to walk ahead of you, clearing paths, ensuring the delays had purpose. If things had happened the way you wanted before, you would have missed the one who is arriving now, the one who doesn't just love you but sees the depths of your soul. And if you are reading this, it means your heart is ready to recognize them when they arrive. This message is not ending, beloved. Your journey is only beginning. And the Holy Spirit whispers one final truth for this moment: a location change is coming, a spiritual relocation, a divine move. Prepare yourself, because what you are about to step into will be given, not chased. No shadow, curse, or voice can take it back. This is only the middle of your journey, yet already shifts are occurring in the spirit. Yes, beloved, your awakening is underway. This is no longer just a message. This is your rescue, your divine restoration of all that was stolen. Even your hesitations and distractions were expected. The enemy planned them because he knew what was about to unfold. Now pay attention, because this is the very thing the 7 archangels gathered to protect. Last night was not just spiritual, it was physical. A door opened in your life without your permission. Someone used your name and spoke about you behind closed doors, intending not to elevate you but to delay your next blessing. They thought that if they could control your narrative, they could control your next season. But they did not account for this. God was watching. And Archangel Michael stood firmly behind you the entire time. He whispered, "You touched the chosen. You altered the timeline of a child of God. That was your final move." From that moment, heaven launched a reversal. And even now, as you read, the divine reset is in motion. Here is the most sacred part, a revelation sent directly from God in this hour. Someone close to you is about to come undone, not by your hand, not through revenge, but by exposure. Last night they crossed a spiritual line with a single sentence. And now the consequences cannot be stopped. God is about to reveal their true nature through dreams, through mistakes, through accidental messages, and through people speaking words they do not fully understand. Everything is aligning so your eyes may see. Before your soul gets tied deeper, do not panic. This is protection. You are about to reconnect. This is mercy. While someone is removed, someone else is brought closer. You are about to reconnect with a divinely assigned soul, one whose name you almost forgot, but whose spirit has never stopped calling for you. They have been through trials, tested and refined, and God shaped them in love so that they would be ready for you. This person will not waste your time, deceive you, or need convincing. When they see you, they will remember heaven. But here is the test: they will arrive quietly. The enemy will attempt to distract you with counterfeit noise before the real blessing comes. A decoy may appear, someone mimicking what is true but carrying none of its fruit. How will you know the real one? They will bring peace, clarity, alignment, and they will see your worth without you proving it. Archangel Michael says, "Tell them the true connection is near, but first they must remove the shadow." So now I ask you, are you willing to let go of the one who almost loved you so you can receive the one who was created for you? This is the final preparation before your prophetic arrival. And child, one final warning: someone from your past is watching. They know what you carry. A dangerous spirit follows them. They know what they lost. They may return with familiar words, claiming they have changed, claiming they miss you, even invoking God's name, but do not be fooled by appearances. Look closely at the fruit of their presence. Look at how you feel in their presence. Your spirit will guide you. Your heart will know. And heaven has already made the path clear. Those aligned with your calling will step in, and those who were meant to block you will step aside. This is the divine order being restored. And as this unfolds, you will see that everything you endured, every delay, every heartbreak, was preparation for the arrival of what is truly yours. Yes, beloved. Even the shadows are now part of the plan. Every interruption, every setback, every unexpected silence, they were all movements designed to position you exactly where you are meant to stand. And soon your eyes will see, your heart will feel, and your spirit will recognize the full weight of what God has been orchestrating. Prepare, because the shift is already underway. The replacement, the revelation, the return of your destiny, it is all happening now. And no force, no voice, no fear can prevent what heaven has decreed. You are finally stepping into the fullness of what heaven intended. The waiting, the silence, the confusion, all of it was to prepare you for this very moment. You see, beloved, nothing in your past, no betrayal, no heartbreak, no delay was ever wasted. Every single one of them carried seeds that were meant to strengthen your spirit, to sharpen your discernment, and to bring clarity when the divine season arrived. And now it is here. God says, you are ready. You are prepared. You are chosen. Receive what I have already placed for you. And so what comes next is not just a blessing, it is a declaration. Every door that once remained closed because of fear or deception is opening now. Every hidden plan that sought to harm or delay you is being overturned. And those who underestimated your spirit, those who doubted your calling, those who whispered lies against your name, they will see the evidence of heaven moving on your behalf. And let me tell you about the spirit of protection that surrounds you now. Archangel Michael is not only standing by your side, he is in front of you, clearing paths, removing obstacles, and ensuring that no unholy force can interfere with what God has written for you. The enemy's attempts are weakening because they cannot contend with divine authority. And even if they try to mask their intentions, the alignment of heaven is too strong for deception to prevail. Beloved, the person who was meant to guide you, to walk with you, is now making their way into your life. They are aligned, prepared, and carrying the same purpose as you. But you must remain spiritually awake, vigilant in prayer, and centered in your faith. There will be tests, yes, small distractions, counterfeit blessings, voices trying to confuse you, but peace will always accompany the true connection, and clarity will signal the real path. Now listen carefully. Over the next 15 days, every decision you make, every step you take has spiritual significance. The countdown God has placed on your life is precise. This is why you must obey the divine instructions, release what does not belong, cut hidden ties, protect your peace, and speak boldly the words that align with your destiny. Do not fear closure or apologies. Heaven has already seen what your eyes have not. You are being prepared to step fully into the miracle that was always yours. And let me assure you, beloved, your breakthrough is active and moving. The energy of heaven is arranging circumstances, aligning hearts, and opening doors in ways you have never imagined. People, places, opportunities, they are all moving into divine order. Even the ones who once caused delay or pain are being repositioned, their influence minimized so that your purpose is no longer compromised. The truth is, what you are stepping into will overwhelm your past understanding of life. Your expectations will be exceeded, your prayers answered beyond what you imagined. God says, I have prepared for you more than you can see. I have planned for you paths that your mind cannot yet comprehend. Trust the timing and the orchestration of my hands. And the angels are standing guard over every step, ensuring that nothing that is not yours can touch what belongs to you. And as you embrace this, remember the secret of alignment. Your thoughts, your words, your actions, they must reflect your faith. Speak only what belongs to your future, not what the enemy would want you to fear. Declare, I am ready, I am chosen, I am protected, I am loved, I am receiving. These words are keys that unlock the spiritual gates holding your miracle. The enemy may still attempt to distract you. People may try to confuse you with false advice, fear, or pressure. But now your spirit has discernment. Your soul will recognize truth. Michael's sword is guarding your heart, clearing away anything that does not resonate with your purpose. Your destiny is no longer negotiable. It is unfolding, unstoppable, divinely orchestrated. And beloved, understand this. Your awakening is multidimensional. This is not just about a single blessing, a single connection, or a single opportunity. This is about the restoration of your entire spiritual blueprint. The version of you that was hidden, overlooked, or underestimated is now being elevated. Your presence will begin to carry influence, authority, and light that even the enemy will be forced to acknowledge. The person you are meant to unite with will recognize you instantly, not because of superficial words or actions, but because they will see the reflection of heaven within you. Their arrival is imminent, but only your alignment, vigilance, and faith will ensure that you walk directly into what has been prepared. The signs are already appearing: small synchronicities, repeated numbers, dreams, sudden clarity, and these are signals from heaven that the shift is already underway. And so, my beloved, as you step into these next days, know this with certainty. Nothing in your past can hold back what God has declared for you. The betrayals, the delays, the heartbreaks, they were temporary shadows meant to prepare you for this radiant dawn. And as you rise, everything that was stolen, delayed, or hidden will begin to return to you, multiplied, glorified, and divinely sealed. You are stepping into a season where miracles are no longer postponed. The breakthrough is moving. The person assigned to your life is approaching. The doors are opening. The angels are standing guard. And Archangel Michael is waiting for your heart to say, "Yes, I am ready." When that happens, everything you've endured will suddenly make sense. Every tear, every trial, every delay will fall into alignment, revealing the divine orchestration that has been guiding you all along. This is your prophecy in motion. This is the awakening that shifts everything. And even now, as you read this, your spirit is responding. Your miracle is near. Your destiny is calling. And your life will never be the same again. Beloved, now that your spirit has received this confirmation, it is time to step fully into what God has been orchestrating behind the scenes. Every prayer you whispered, every tear you shed, every silent moment of longing, none of it was overlooked. Heaven has recorded it all, and now it moves on your behalf. You are no longer waiting for permission. You are permission itself. The doors that once seemed locked are swinging open with ease. The people who doubted you, the voices that questioned your worth, will witness the undeniable rise of your life. God says, "You are the signal. You are the example. Walk boldly in what I have declared. Do not shrink back. Do not apologize for the light I placed in you." And so, as you step forward, know that every movement, every choice, every alignment is divinely timed. Those who were once distractions, deceivers, or temporary obstacles are being removed, and those aligned with your destiny are being placed directly in your path. Your awareness, your faith, your discernment, all of it matters now more than ever. And now, beloved, you will notice shifts happening that feel too perfect to be coincidence. People reaching out who were silent, opportunities appearing where there was none, moments of clarity flooding your mind. All these are signs that heaven has intervened on your behalf. Archangel Michael stands ready, his presence tangible even in the quietest moment, his sword of protection ensuring that nothing unholy or misaligned can interrupt the plans God has made for you. Your breakthrough is no longer a future hope, it is here. Your life is a living testimony that God restores what was lost, elevates what was diminished, and strengthens what was broken. And the more you embrace this moment, the more your energy, your voice, and your presence will amplify the purpose God has placed within you. What you have been waiting for will not only reach you but will ripple through everyone and everything you touch. So, beloved, as you step into this season, carry these instructions with you. Walk boldly, speak truthfully, love freely, and protect your peace fiercely. Let your spirit be guided by clarity, not by fear. Let your heart be led by divine purpose, not by past disappointments. Let your faith be the foundation on which miracles continue to build. And now for the final act of this sacred message, declare aloud or in your heart, "Yes, God, I receive it all. I step fully into what you have prepared. I am ready, I am chosen, I am loved, I am aligned with my divine purpose. With this declaration, the seals are fully activated. Your miracle is in motion. Every delayed blessing, every unclaimed victory, every hidden opportunity is now moving to meet you. Your life will reflect what heaven has already written, and nothing can stop the orchestration of God's perfect timing. Rise now, beloved. Walk in peace. Smile with certainty. Speak with confidence. Move with purpose. Because last night this message and this moment have marked the turning point of your destiny. The angels are rejoicing. Archangel Michael watches with honor. God smiles upon you, proud of the faith, resilience, and courage that brought you here. Amen.